What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another news video. Now, just before of course we get into the video, we all know of the mass talent release that has just happened in the WWE. And before we get into anything at all, we just want to wish those wrestlers good luck and hope that they find jobs quicker and soon to support their families in these uncertain times. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including updates on the major cuts to the WWE, including backstage personnel, released wrestlers' reactions, is WrestleMania 37 in jeopardy, how much is the WWE looking to save with its financial cuts, Florida's governor addresses allegation of WWE influence, and much more. But be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. But let's waste no further time and look at the final list of all the cuts that have been made to the WWE. Yesterday was a terrible day for wrestlers and backstage personnel alike, with the WWE releasing many people and in some cases laying them off until it can make a decision on whether it can afford to bring them back. According to Wrestling Inc.'s Mark Middleton, the following is a complete list of personnel who have been either released or laid off. First, look at the wrestlers: MJ Jenkins, Deonna Purrazzo, Alexander Jaksic, Rusev, No Way Jose, Mike Kanellis, Maria Kanellis, Primo, Epico, Rowan, Sarah Logan, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, EC3, Drake Maverick, Kurt Hawkins, Heath Slater, Eric Young, and Leo Rush. WWE producers who have been furloughed or released include WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle, who's been released, Billy Kidman, Mike Rotunda, Pat Buck, Fit Finlay, Sean Daivari, Scott Armstrong, Sarah Stock, Shane Helms, aka The Hurricane, and Lance Storm. In terms of producers, it's unknown other than Kurt Angle, who could return to the WWE, but for now this list includes several long-time producers including Fit Finlay. WWE Performance Center coaches including Serena Deeb, Kendo Cashin, and Chris Guy aka Ace Steel have all been let go. Announcers Aiden English and Jerry Soto have been let go. Longtime referee Mike Chioda, who's actually been serving in the WWE before The Undertaker even debuted, has been let go. On creative, Andrea Lissenberger, and on air talent, Hosea Williams. Of course, there were reactions on Twitter not only with the released wrestlers, but wrestlers who are still in the roster and have possibly lost a long-time friend. The WWE released an unbelievable number of wrestlers, many who have posted messages on social media. Let's take a look at what some of them had to say. Former NXT Cruiserweight Champion Leo Rush said, "To all my fellow co-workers, whatever happens today or the remainder of this week, just know we're all going to be good. Once a family, forever a family." Former Raw Tag Team Champion Kurt Hawkins said, "Last time I got fired, I had a really funny tweet in response to it. Doesn't really feel appropriate today. I will say this, a lot of very talented people lost their jobs today, and out of this disaster, the pro wrestling community will rise stronger than ever." Active wrestlers weren't the only people released, a number of backstage personnel were released as well, several of who worked with the WWE for a long time, one that included Fit Finlay. Finlay had been working as a backstage producer since July 2012. Finlay was also the brains behind many WWE storylines and even made a few cameos over the years. He mentioned on Twitter, "To everyone on God's green earth, thank you for the kind words. I've been doing this for 46 years. I pray you all get through this and we can share a hug and a drink again. Stay healthy." Former World Heavyweight Champion Kurt Angle and Olympic gold medalist said, "Wanted to say thank you to the WWE for the time I spent there. I made many new friends and had the opportunity to work with so many talented people. To the superstars, continue to entertain the WWE Universe as well as you possibly can. They're the best fans in the world. Hashtag it's true." Again, as we mentioned before, it wasn't just released wrestlers who made comments. Current WWE SmackDown superstar Dolph Ziggler tweeted, "Awesome wrestlers lost their job today. In the midst of everything going on, it may not mean a lot to you, and that's okay, but it means a lot to me. If you can root for them, check out their PWT's page and book Cameo. If you have a favorite independent pro having a rough time, send their info at Heel Ziggler." Wrestling's Monday Night Messiah though had a different approach, and Seth Rollins posted on Instagram Live complaining about what he saw as negativity.
But one thing I am seeing that is a little upsetting to me is all the negativity and the hostility towards WWE. This is a difficult day for everyone, for all of us, and I think if ever there was a moment for us to unify, for us to kind of band together and to try to do the best we can to keep this business alive the best we know how, this is that moment. And I think pointing fingers or saying you should have done this, you should have done that is, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like the time or the place for it. I think this is a day for compassion and for empathy and for understanding and to try to support each other, to pick each other up.
Seth Rollins' call for wrestlers to unify sounds hypocritical, considering how wrestlers' refusal to unionize or form some other sort of collective bargaining coalition has led to many of the abuses that allowed the WWE to dismiss wrestlers supposedly under long-term contracts. The WWE continues to classify its superstars as independent contractors while treating them as employees without any of the benefits afforded to employees. That's why there could be so much so-called negativity, Seth Rollins. Things will never change in the WWE as long as main eventers like Seth Rollins refuse to help those stars with less backstage clout than themselves. Of course, there were many others, including Cody Rhodes making a long post to fellow friend Ryder on Instagram, Drake Maverick's very heartfelt video message on Twitter, not to mention some of those released wrestlers like EC3, cutting a promo to say that he was defeated, but not anymore. But how much is the WWE claims it's saving? Well, according to the Wrestling Observer Figure 4 online, WWE said the changes will save them $4 million in a month and give them a cash flow improvement of $140 million, mainly from the deferral in spending on their new offices. The release also said the company has approximately $500 million in cash and debt capacity to help them manage through the crisis. In regards to the WWE's new headquarters, Wrestling Inc. broke the story that construction of the new WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut has been delayed 6 months. The move was to happen in early 2021. Furthermore, the WWE has also cancelled third-party consulting contracts. As we've discussed in the past, the WWE is sitting on a large cash reserve, which should enable it to get through anything short of a societal collapse. Nevertheless, you can be certain there are hard times ahead as the world deals with the economic fallout from the ongoing crisis, and the WWE also deals with the missteps it's made over the last few years. According to the Wrestling Observer, the WWE's next investor call is set for Thursday, April 23rd. As of this writing, the stock was mainly unaffected by the news, trading at $38.01. Without sounding melodramatic, 23rd April is likely going to be Judgment Day for the WWE, with the cuts of 15th April reflecting how desperate the WWE is to salvage its earnings statement being addressed on 23rd April. Sadly, there could be more cuts coming, and it may affect NXT talent. While it's unclear how many NXT wrestlers could get released, Fightful.com Sean Ross Sapp tweeted today, NXT talent is being provided 30 days of pay and then they are free to do whatever they want. But keep in mind NXT has a number of performers in addition to the ones fans see on television every week. What could these cuts mean for the Black and Gold's television show? We'll of course keep you updated as soon as the news breaks. Next up, WrestleMania 37 in jeopardy. Although WrestleMania 37 is likely low on most persons' priority list, and it's almost a year away, the event could be in jeopardy, at least the chance of it being held at Inglewood's California SoFi Stadium on 28th March 2021. According to an article from the Los Angeles Times, Los Angeles may hold off on allowing big gatherings until 2021 because of the coronavirus threat, according to an internal Los Angeles Fire Department email reviewed by the Times. Mayor Eric Garcetti raised the issue during his weekly briefing Monday with a group of high-level staff from several departments, including Fire Chief Ralph Terrazas. Garcetti indicated during the conference call that the large gatherings such as concerts and sporting events may not be approved in the city for at least 1 year, according to the email. It's important to remember that while things could return to normal sooner than expected, some are taking the conservative approach to things, which means WrestleMania may have to take place somewhere else. If one state is open for business, don't be surprised to see the WWE try and relocate Mania if they can do so. Next up, the Florida government denies WWE influencers' order to deem them essential business. As we noted in an earlier video, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has come under fire after he issued an executive order deeming the WWE an essential business. While the WWE wasn't the only entertainment and sports business classified as essential, two investigative reporters raised the issue of a possible financial connection between a political action committee run by Linda McMahon and Florida's Republican governor. Wrestling Inc.'s Mark Middleton broke things down, saying there had been speculation on DeSantis' decision being influenced by the McMahon's connection to President Trump, and how the Trump-supporting super PAC that Linda runs recently committed to spending several $1 million in Florida for Trump's re-election campaign. DeSantis dismissed the idea of political favors playing a factor in the amended executive order that allowed WWE and other leagues to operate and broadcast live television events, as seen in the video below. DeSantis denied there was any connection between the super PAC and his office. During a press conference, the governor defended his actions, saying, "Here's the thing, I support doing things. I mentioned NASCAR. I talked to NASCAR board member Lassa Kennedy. I want them to race. I think the public would like to see. It's gonna be on television. I understand they're not going to fill up Daytona Speedway right now, but I think there's content that can be created. I think that's a good thing, and even Dr. Fauci said televised sports is a good thing." Next up, the 22nd April Dynamite card has been announced. AEW has announced several matches for the 22nd April edition of Dynamite. The TNT Championship continues as Sammy Guevara battles Darby Allin, while Kip Sabian takes on Dustin Rhodes. The show also has Jimmy Havoc vs Orange Cassidy, and you can be sure there'll be other matches as well. And lastly, Zack Ryder makes a positive out of a negative. Last but not least, Matt Cardona aka Zack Ryder isn't wasting any time making some bucks after his WWE release. Cardona took to Twitter to inform fans of his all-new t-shirt, #NotThere. Get my brand new t-shirt on my PWT store. Wrestlelamia has a feeling we're going to see many more t-shirts like this over the next few days. But there you have it, guys, the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors you need to know following the darkest day in WWE history. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.